15 years going back that we've had a series of soft on crime bills, catch and release bills, and we had a consistent pattern of underfunding corrections and public safety. And that's really what's happened today is it's created a three-headed monster. It's created a monster of we have a high incarceration rate, we have a high crime rate, and we have a high prison overcrowding rate. So that's not something to have, and it's preying upon our public safety and destroying our safety in our communities in our state. So today I have filed 6 bills, and to outline, one is the bill that addresses the 8 counties and the possible funding the prisons. It takes the $600 million out of surplus funds and funds that's already allocated, and that would be the first bill. The second bill is going to address the crime crisis issue. And what it would do is take the first sales tax that's collected at the start of the fiscal year, $100 million, and would go to a public safety fund. And basically the direction, details are still going to be worked out as we get out there and file this and get some feedback on it. My plan is to go July 1st, our first fiscal year, is to put $100 million and say, we're going to start hiring officers dedicated to public safety, work with counties out there, work with probation parole. And the goal is not about making more arrests and putting more people in prison, because we've already got a high incarceration rate. The goal in this part with the public safety is to make our communities safer where we're not making arrests. We're going to have partnerships out there with counties. We're going to have money, and we're going to have a statewide effort, because if we continue on this process, no matter how many prisons you do, we're just going to keep filling them up. My hope in this drive is to have the needle where less people are going to jail, we have less recidivism, and we have safer streets. But to do that, it's going to take money. So I've been very clear about how much money we're going to spend and take. I've been very clear about where the money's going to come from, a dedicated revenue stream. And I've been, clear about getting out there with the people and discussing this and trying to find solutions to make their community safer. Where as far as the governor, we can see in the Franklin County proposed prison, it's been riddled with, unfortunately, with lies, deception, gross incompetence of the selection site. We see now that the original figure that they came up with, the $470 million, 3,000 bed prison, which was unrealistic from the start. We've not got where they got that figure from. Now we're not even getting realistic figures of how much it cost, and we should have known an estimate before the land was purchased. Anybody does that, and I would have been fired by noon in my construction business if I had handled it like this. We've seen consistently that there wasn't a lot of research done. If you would have done the extensive research like she said, you would have called the power company and figured out a cost estimate. You would have called the highway department and said, what's the road structure, figured out a road structure to even get the infrastructure to start building. There was just so much done that was literally gross incompetence. The water, where are you going to get the water from? I mean, you're talking about building a 3,800 population city out in the middle of the country on a mountain of rock.